Hello, and this is a video for SCCM 2012 R2 where we are trying to configure and test the migration of Windows 7 client to Windows 8 client. So the overall plan is to migrate all the user settings on Windows 7 to Windows 8 over the network. So it's two separate machines, and there are many requirements for that. But for any requirement in any other lab as well, for SCCM 2012, we first need to always check these prerequisites. If the lab requires PXE environment, so in that case we have to do all these checklist we have to go through and all the points we have to follow. So I'm just gonna follow this quickly for this video. I'm just gonna follow this checklist to make sure all these settings are done, and we can use this video anywhere else where SCCM lab is involved with inclusion of PXE environment. So I'm just gonna double check this if on our SCCM machine all these points. So I'm going to go and put this slide to my other screen so we could see our VMware environment. So I'm just gonna drag it to the other screen. Well, you won't be able to see that. So this is our SCCM environment. I have a Win controller, an SCCM server, and two Windows 7 machines. So on the SCCM server, what I'm checking is first that I have two network cards. So I'm just gonna make sure that the second network card which I have added, which I had added actually for internet connection only in this virtual environment, is either not there at all or is disabled. If you have it, don't remove it, just disable it. And if you don't have it, it's okay. So disable the second NIC so it does not creates hurdle between when the client is communicating with the server, SCCM server. So second thing is that we need to make sure that PXE is configured on the distribution point. So I'm just going to go for this, make sure PXE is configured on DP. So let's check. I have pinned this SCCM dashboard / console to my taskbar, and here we go, it opens. And what I am trying to do is I'm just going to make this a full screen here. And okay, so what we're trying to do is to check if PXE option is enabled. So I'm just going to administration and then going to the site and to the servers and site system roles, and then all the roles come they appear when we click this, and there's the distribution point. I'm going to right click that and go to properties, and the next tab is PXE, and it's not enabled, so I'm just going to enable that. The message comes that's going to listen on these ports. The PXE requests the empty machines when they are looking for operating system, IP address and operating system. So they'll be looking at communicating on these ports, and for operating system installations, it will be this port. So let's press yes on that. Allow distribution point to respond to incoming PXE request. Yes, we should enable that. Then it will start listening to all the empty machines asking for an operating system. And enable unknown computer support. Yes. So yes, we want to support unknown computers as long as we know that they are in our environment. And I'm just gonna give a password here as well. So you know, when the PXE installation, so the empty machines get the operating system and they're about to start, it should be they should be asked for a password for extra security. And so after doing all these, let's click apply. Okay, so our PXE option is enabled. And then out of the sequence, now I'm going to check the both boot images if they are distributed to the DP distribution point. If yes, then I'll still do the update distribution for both. If not, then I'm going to distribute them. So let's go to our let's go to software library and then go to operating system and then go to boot images. Okay, x64 and x86 both are showing gray circle here. Let me check if I have operating system images or any operating system image here. So that would be, let me drag my slide here. So it's a bit out of sequence, the slide. I should have first this operating system install.vim file there, and the operating system, the whole operating system itself shared on a shared folder, either on SCCM or Twin controller. And from there the install.vim file should be there added. So the SCCM should have all the installation files of this operating system to be applied anywhere. So let me first configure this to add an operating system install.vim image. So in order to add an operating system, what we need to do is I'm going to go and mount the Windows 8.1 ISO file to my SCCM server here. So I'm right clicking my SCCM server, I'm going to settings, and this is my CD-ROM, DVD, CD. So I'm just going to mount this to my CD-ROM, making sure that connected is also clicked. Click browse, and so I'm just gonna go to my software folder, which is my second drive actually, and to my okay, it's not there. Let me pause and check where I put that. Okay, so I have added or given the path for the Windows 8, which I'm showing again here. So this is the enterprise board here. So this is Windows 8.1 ISO. So I've downloaded that from the Microsoft website with 90 days trial. That's okay here. Windows 8.1 ISO is added to this. And then so it should be connected to the DVD. Yes, it's inside the DVD. It's so before that, I'm just gonna create the local folder, which is already here, the source. I think it's shared as well. So I'm just gonna create an extra folder. If you have already this folder, you don't have to go through all these steps. Just double check along with me if you have Windows Windows 8.1 are already showing. So deployment, and I'm just going to create another folder called Windows 8.1. And inside this I'm just going to be putting the whole extracted operating system of Windows 8.1. So I'm just going to minimize that here, and right click here in File Explorer, open another one, go inside the DVD of Windows 8.1 which was mounted, and select all, right click, copy, minimize, deployment, Windows 8.1, paste in that folder. So we need to have all the installation files on a shared folder in the network. So from there we can add over the network to the operating system images section, install our bin file, and then distribute it to the DB. So it's shared, and the folder has been created in an already shared folder. It's just okay, copy, minimize, and now I'm just going to go for right click operating systems. I'm inside software library, and then expand it, operating systems, and then operating system images, then add operating system image. Okay, so I need to give the shared path, so // and SCCM server 02 is the name of my server, /. Now it's showing me all the shared folders. In fact, if you go to this, that source folder that I thought was shared, it is actually not shared. So let me just go there and check. So C drive. So there's a source folder inside which I created that subfolders. So I'm just gonna share that source folder specifically. Well, actually it's everyone I'm sharing to, and click add, and then putting it also as read and write. It's our environment experiment anything. Okay, so source is shared now, and F5 this page, minimize. Does it already show here? Yep, it does. So there you go, source is here now. And then again, what else it shows? Deployment, then / again, what else it shows? 8.1, and / again. We're looking for the sources folder, and then there are those huge number of files, and the file we are looking for, well, we can browse them. So this is the file we're looking for, install.win. Double click that, and there you go, the path is there. Perfect. Okay, next, detects it as this operating system, which is okay. Next, and next, and there you go, it's added here. Close, added, and there's that blue sort of, sorry, colorblind. Colorblind alert. It's a gray circle. It has to be okay, it has to be green, so that means it should be distributed to the distribution point. So right click here and distribute content. If it was already green, I would have gone to update distribution point, but it's first has to be initially distributed to the distribution point. So click this, next click add distribution point, this select the server that has the distribution point rule installed. That's okay. Next, and the process of putting to the distribution point all this information has begun. If I click anywhere else and then click back, it should be yellow, which means it's in progress. So I rather would wait for this to complete. If I click anywhere else and then click back, still in progress, still yellow. Okay, so it's green. I had to wait more, so I paused the video. It takes time. Okay, so next step would be to update the boot images here as well, which is just down there. So 64, I click distribute content and click next, distribution point, same server, next, close. And while this is going on, it's yellow. I'll go to the next one, right click, distribute content, next, click add distribution point. Okay, next, close. So both are being distributed to the distribution point, and so I'm just gonna put this slide back. After confirming that both are green, again the sequence is upside down, dispersed. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for USMT package, which is user state migration tool, which is the main package that contains all the files that are going to be used to migrate user data from one machine to another for a replace migration. So I'm just going to, if you're doing a replace migration or any migration lab, you should make sure that this package is also distributed to the distribution point. So after checking the green for the boot images, I'm going to go for this to distribute this one as well. So if we check back here, yep, okay, both are green. Good. So where do I go to check the USMT package? So I'm just going to go way up, application management and packages here. I'm just going to make sure that, okay, the SCCM client package is distributed to the distribution point. USMT is also distributed to the distribution point, which is okay. And if you have, since you are here, if you have installed hotfixes for the SCCM, this is the place, this is the folder, configuration manager updates, and I would check all the updates if they were all distributed to the distribution point, which I did already, and it's a manual process. Okay. So this is these are some of the steps that make us ready for the PXE environment. We can make sure that the Windows 7 devices are showing as yes. So if I go for assets and compliance and go to devices here, and I have two Windows 7 devices here, machines here, Windows 7 VM01, VM02, and both showing yes, they were active. Okay. I would want to add some. Applications here as well. So we could add those applications during the migration task. It's our choice, or for any other purpose if you want to deploy some applications. So for that, software library, we go for that again. This time applications. I want to make sure that I have those MSI files on a shared folder. So I'm still on SCCM machine. I'm gonna go to my C drive of SCCM. I'm gonna go to the software folder, and okay, I'm just going back to the source folder. and I'm creating another subfolder called apps, applications. It's inside a shared folder called source. So I'm going to copy Google Chrome and Foxit Reader as two of the MSI files inside the apps folder, which I got from internet. The Google Chrome MSI file and Foxit Reader MSI file. You just Google it and you'll find both, or any other software that's offering MSI files. So let's just quickly, it's already under the shared folder, so let's just quickly share it. So I'm just going to look for applications, right click, create application. Okay, so when this window appears, exactly I have to give the network shared path of // SCCM server 02 SCCM server, then backslash, go to the source main shared folder, then go to apps, and then I can actually browse from here and apps. Now, yeah, so I'll just add Google Chrome, and there you go, it's added there. .msi. Click next. It's going to detect all the information from this application. Okay, there you go. Next. Okay, we can just put more information here, like publisher is Google and many other things, but main thing is it's okay. Next. Okay, so the application package is being created. Okay, so click close here. We have one application here, and if we go way down, it's gray circle, which means it's not being distributed to the distribution point. So I'm just gonna click distribute content. This application next. You know the drill by now. Okay, it's in the process. It should be yellow. Okay, it's gonna go green. What I would check also are the firewalls for all operating systems here, all. So I'm just gonna move my domain controller, go to the local server for my domain controller, and okay, and Windows firewall. Even if it says off, still check it. Okay, all firewalls are off on my domain controller. I'll go for SCCM server and firewall. Click okay, everything okay. Here, then on Windows 7 machine, go control panel, system and security, Windows firewall, all off. Okay, second Windows 7 machine. Start, control panel, system and security, Windows firewall. Yep, all the firewalls are off. So I think we're good. We're good to go for any lab that requires PXE setup, as well as client communication. Plus, if you don't have images, you can go for and add an image of an operating system here, and boot images need to be distributed to DP, and if applications aren't there, add an application as well. So you have a full criteria of getting ready to deploy either an operating system or migrate an operating system. Thank you for listening to this video, and let's tune in for our next video.